I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh my stars and garters, you guys. What was Suit Gundam? Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2, Episode 24, Episode 49, whichever one you want to call it. I have no right. I have no right to be in rage mode right now after all that smack I talked last week telling people to UC it up, to deal with it, because the death count in this series just keeps going up and up and up. And congratulations, Iron-Blooded Orphans. You have successfully broken me, a Universal Century veteran, with the loss in this episode. No! McGillis? Mackie. McGillis Farid is dead. Really? Come on, man. I halfway expected him, at the very least, to weasel out of this and make it and somehow in his own way succeed after all the plotting, after all the planning he's done. And then it was just like, nope, his ass is off the table too. Really? I mean, this series is surpassing Victory Gundam with the amount of characters that's gonna be dead by the time this is over. I mean, I think about time this series ends next week, it's only gonna be side characters left. Jeez, I mean, the only thing, and this is something I'm probably gonna talk about in the bulk of one or two topics, is the manner of which Farid died. He died fighting Galeo. And this is something I've said many times over. I feel that Galeo deserved his revenge. Galeo, this character right now, is the embodiment of Garma from way back in the original Gundam. This is kind of like doing a what if Garma came back and got his revenge on Char, because effectively that's what we've seen with Galeo killing McGillis, and he deserves his revenge. He does. He absolutely deserves his revenge the way that he got fucked over by this character. So yes, he does deserve to have this victory. And my feelings for McGillis aside, because he is my favorite character in this series, he did some messed up stuff. So for him to at least die by the hands of the original person that he really screwed over, because this is somebody that he has been plotting to screw over his entire life, yeah, it was well deserved. I'm still pissed that he died, but I'm not mad, because I've said that I wouldn't be upset if he fell to Vidar or Galeo, whichever you want to call him, because it's pretty much poetic justice. And the fact that Galeo also got some closure with this as well, because in his dying breaths, he was telling him that, you know what, I really did care about you. I cared about Carter, but I had to get you guys out the way to achieve my goals. And he forgave him. In his heart, he forgave him. He was breaking down. He was crying, even though he didn't want to, because all he ever wanted was acceptance and to know that he was a friend to McGillis, and he found out in his death. So it was a big step for both of the characters, because yes, Galeo did deserve his revenge. Mackie deserved to die for what he did, but I didn't want to see him die. I really didn't, because he was the closest to Char Asimbo as we got in this series. Now he's gone, and I know Char, he ended up meeting his demise too, but Farid was such a good character. He was such a good character, and one thing that I'm happy about, I'm glad that it wasn't him that plotted the death of Orga. It was actually Nobilis, that slimy fuck. He was behind the death. He set up the hit on Orga in order to get in better graces with Rustal. So Rustal has a weapons dealer in his pocket right now. And the way this series is going, I would not be surprised if the villain absolutely wins. I mean, yeah, I think Rustal is probably going to come out on top in this series. It's just that whoever happens to live in Tekkadan is gonna just get away, and then they're gonna live their happy life. But Rustal's faction is gonna be the victors in this by saying that we cleared out Tekkadan, and that was part of Orga's plan as well. Remember, he was saying, let them storm the base, blow the base, let them destroy it, so they think that we're all gone, but we're gonna escape through this tunnel. So I think they still whoever lives will still get to Earth and get their identity cleansed or whatnot. There's still that possibility that Roostal will probably still go after him, and he's a smart man. He probably knows something is up, but that is the goal right now for them, just to escape. And we got the big lines on the front lines. We got Mikazuki, we got Akihiro, we got Eugene, we got Hush, we got all those people on the front line now, basically buying time so the people in the tunnel can make their escape. So these guys have already accepted that they're not going to come out of this. Oh, man, this series has definitely broken me, and we got one more episode left before I can decide where it places on my overall all-time Gundam list. But it's fighting for number 1 right now. But the heartbreak with this series is indeed real. So yeah, your boy's a little salty right now. I'm sitting there saying that I'm not upset, but I'm upset. I mean, come on, you guys know how I feel about Farid. I absolutely love the character. And also props to everybody for the oversight that I didn't see last week, because a lot of you guys hit me up and was like, nah, it's Noblesse that was behind Orga. And again, it would have been truly evil if McGillis would have been the one behind killing Orga, and if he would have had his Montag company do it. So I'm glad he didn't go out in that villain light. So this is just a hard pill to swallow. It really is. And this final battle, we're probably going to lose a lot of more people. I mean, Hush is off the field. I mean, we've already established at this point, if you still think there's some hope in your hearts right now for Hush living, no, it's not. That guy got impaled. He's basically airing out. Unless somebody's actually going to get in there and pull him out of that gauntlet in the middle of the battlefield, Hush is dead. We still got Akihiro. Hopefully his pain and suffering will be his plot armor. We did get some funny parts in this episode, like with Eugene, when he was going out there and he's gonna pilot the Shinden that was supposed to be for Orga. The kids were kind of looking like, does this guy even know how to fight? I mean, every time I've seen him, he's lost. So that was a little bit funny. But I think the biggest part of the episode was Mikazuki. Mikazuki has really stepped it up. He has really set himself apart from the robotic, careless type of protagonist like Hiroyui or Setsuna Fsei before him, because he is still, in a sense, that robotic type of character, but the development that he's got primarily in the second season sets him legions apart, because I admit, I expected him to have more of an emotional breakdown of him saying, what should I do? What should I do? Him probably crying, breaking down, saying, what should I do? But it was actually Mikazuki who rallied the rest of the troops together and gave them their final speech, because people were out for blood in Tekkadan. Once they found out what happened to Orga, it was people who just wanted to go and kill Galahorn no matter what. Eugene was like, we don't even know if it was Galahorn. We can't be that brash. But it was Mikazuki that brought everybody together and said, look, Orga wanted us to go forward. Orga's dead. His words now live through me, and he wanted us to don't stop. He wanted us to keep going. Live or die, that's what we gotta do. We're gonna make sure that these people get out. Let's go ahead and get it. And I really loved his calm and his poise, because he did ask Orga. He was in his cockpit and he was like, so what should I do? Then that smile came on his face and he was like, I already know. So he knows that he just has to keep going. These guys have to keep going forward, achieve their goal. I mean, they've given up completely on trying to beat Galahorn. They're not going to do it. They know that. They just want to escape. It's just going to be a matter of how many people we're going to lose in order for the people in the tunnel to escape, because you got all of the heavy guns on the battlefield and you got everybody else digging the tunnel to get out. Everybody like Zach and people like that. And I forgot the kid's name that lost the arm, but one of the other Atlan kids, Akihiro told him, no, you get out of here. Don't worry about me. I'm doing my job to make sure you guys escape. So that was probably a death flag on him. I really don't want to see Akihiro go. I'm still salty about McGillis dying, but everything is on Mikazuki's shoulders now. He is the last hope for this series, and he's the last hope for Tekkadan. And even if this dream dies on his dead shoulders, I have a feeling at the very least some people are going to get away. It's just Tekkadan aren't going to be the victors. I mean, you can stop expecting for them to turn this battle around, and I don't expect Roostal to give up either. I don't think after all that he's going through, he's just going to say, okay, you know what, McGillis is dead, so I'm just going to go ahead and quit. No, he's going to keep going. So it's going to be some sacrifices, but I think in the end, it's going to be enough people to get away, and whoever died, they're just going to be honored. Also, I want to give props to that fight between Vidar and the Bale, because McGillis finally went in his suit. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him lay waste to the battlefield. He absolutely did it. And we saw that little scum mustache guy from way back in season 1. And Eoka is definitely taking on all the rage for that character, because at first everybody was like, fuck this guy, kill him. Now Eoka is the embodiment of that. And he bid it free farewell before he decided to go off against Rustal on his own. He pretty much did the same thing that Tekkadan was trying to do with using the ship as a decoy to do as much damage as possible, and then he came out in a bell and started wiping everybody out from there. And that battle between him and Galeo and the Chimeras and the Bell was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they were tearing each other apart, just straight up meleeing, punches, swords, kicks, everything. I'm glad that this series did not go the beam spam route, and we just had a physical Gundam series, a physical fight. I absolutely love that, to see these guys in the match of wits tearing each other apart instead of whose beam is bigger. I love the fight. The fight was glorious. It's definitely the second best fight. I think the Lupus versus the mobile armor edges it out just a little bit, because Mikazuki left it all on the field on that one. But this fight had more emotional impact because it was two friends fighting for what they believe in. You got Galeo fighting for revenge. You got McGillis fighting to get past him and he can achieve his dream. And I love Gundam always shows both sides of the battlefield, because we even got a little bit from Julieta. I mean, she's about to go out there and probably get wrecked by Mikazuki, because I got a feeling he's like, if I see this bitch again, she's dead. But even with her, you know, when she was talking to Rustal, she kind of felt sorry for Tekkadan, because she was like, these kids are put their trust in these adults, and everybody that they've trusted has betrayed them at some point. So I got off easy because I'm trusting you. And Rustal, he never denies that he's scum. He was like, well, hey, you like me, so you're just as bad. So that was a good character development point for that as well. I mean, it was just a really good episode, and it's bringing everything to a close because the final end game is in goal. I mean, I will say it again, there's no point in thinking that they're going to beat Galahorn. They're not. They can just hope to escape now. So the devil of Tekkadan has now become their angel, as everything rests on how well Mikazuki and his team are going to do with holding off Rustal and the Galahorn forces that are charging towards them, so everybody else can be free. And we just got a lot of character send-offs and a lot of characters that we haven't like really had time with in this series. Like, we even saw Almira, like even though she knows that McGillis, you know, betrayed her family and what they did, you know, she was like, I'm his wife, so I still have to stand behind him. No, I don't really forgive him for what he did, but I still want him to come home, because if you think about it, he wasn't really crap to her. He was just part of her plan. So it was good to see that as well. And then, you know, you had Maribel and the old man. She was like, you know what, you better come back alive, because if you don't, somebody's gonna take me. I'm gonna be somebody else's girl. You don't want that, right? So that was really sweet. That was nice. Again, we got the final battle between Galeo and McGillis. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know where this can go next, so I'm going to be just as surprised as everybody else, because this can go either way right now. Everybody could still very well live. I think, as depressing as this series has been, they need that light at the end of the tunnel that just maybe Mikazuki can make it out of here. But even if he does, I mean, he's going to have to be strapped to that Gundam unless Makanai has some type of technology somewhere that's going to be able to put something on his back where he can still walk around. He's pretty much going to be a vegetable with 2 girlfriends and a kid, which is awesome, but he's not going to be able to enjoy it. So yeah, but I absolutely love the exchange that McGillis and Galeo had. Like, when McGillis wounded, taking that last shot, going into the ship itself, he was just trying to get to Rustal. It's like, at this point, he didn't even care if he died, as long as he got that final shot off. But he was stopped by Galeo, and if he didn't have that helmet on, he would have been dead. But he ended up getting a headshot to Farid as well when they had their standoff. You saw those 2 guns go by. Just that scene to see him breaking up crying, because he deserved his revenge, and I will clap it up for Galeo. He was a very good character. I did not expect to like him as much as I did. I did not expect to be on his side. As we head to the final battle, we're gonna be saying goodbye to the season as well, because the last episode is running concurrent with this new spring season. So I'm not ready to say goodbye to you guys for Gundam as well. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I got nothing else, guys. I really don't. But it's been a fantastic journey, so we just got to see how it's going to end. So let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if there's not a shortage of content you indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.